Alright, you guys, gonna answer some of your questions that I saw in some of the comments on our videos. Now, I'm not yet a lawyer, but hear me out. Which one's easier for approval out of the spouse visa and the fiance visa? Me, just looking at it from a policy perspective, in my opinion, I think the spouse visa is easier because it has a higher degree of certainty. For example, when that spouse gets here, that's the person's spouse. They have a marriage certificate backing that, hey, they are in fact married. However, with the fiancé visa, you have to prove the relationship, and you also have the additional requirement of getting married within 90 days. Now, that fiancé comes here, and they don't get married in 90 days, that's an illegal immigrant right in the United States, and that's something that the USCIS has to deal with. So they're more critical on the scrutiny of the process. They're gonna look over your photos, they're gonna look at your proof of relationship with a magnifying glass. But with the spousal visa, yeah, you got your marriage certificate. All right, 2 left to apart, we can live with that because we have 10,000 other applications to go through. So yeah, I think that makes the spousal visa easier for, the approval process. But of course, being married is the hard part, So don't slack on that part because that's what's important, right? There's also efficiency considerations. When the spousal visa applicant gets here, they already get their green card. It's one less application process that, the administration has to go through. That's another consideration. And another thing, this might be kind of just a side note that I might just be picking at straws here, but agencies have a fear of the applicant becoming dependent on the government for funds. Someone coming on a spouse visa can work immediately upon arrival, so they can generate income for the US economy. However, a fiancé visa, the fiancé cannot do any work until they get their green card. So it's a higher chance, well, not a higher chance, but it's more likely that, hey, since they're not working and generating income, they could become dependent on the government for financial reasons. Maybe. So just to quickly recap for my visual learners, the policy reasons of why spouse visa could be easier than the fiancé ones. For one, it has a higher element of certainty to it. Spouse wins there. It's efficient because they already get their green card upon arrival, and the marriage certificate in